Time to dehydrate some cherry tomatoes. SunGold cherry tomatoes. I have so many SunGold cherry tomatoes that I want to preserve them so that I can have them for the winter time as a snack to remember the days of summer. As you can see, this tomato plant is in distress because I went on vacation and it did not get any water except for the rain that happened while I was gone for a whole week. Tomatoes can actually have their best flavor when they are stressed. So sweet. Also, during the heat of the day, their flavors are highly concentrated. Also, another reason for the plant being dried out is because it is in a large potted container on my deck. I have 4 of these SunGold plants on my deck in large potted containers. So I'm gathering my supplies. I have a wood cutting board to save my countertops, and I have a bowl to put the tomatoes in after I cut them. I have my salt. This is a coarse salt, and then it says take life with a grain of salt. I'll post some of these things that I'm using down below in the description, so if you would like to purchase them, you'll have the opportunity. And then of course, I'm using a peppercorn medley grinder that you can get from any local grocery store. And then I have my olive oil. We'll see how messy this first round goes, and then I will make my decision if I'm going to use the parchment paper on the second go round. So let's go ahead and start cutting the cherry tomatoes. So we're going to cut those in half, throw them in a bowl. Next you put your olive oil, your salt, and since you put seasoning in it, you can turn it face up on your dehydrator. The loud noise that you hear is a fan that's on behind me. I have not plugged in the dehydrator yet. the dehydrator is actually quiet. Plug it in. It just goes for probably, let's see if I can get the exact time. So I moved the dehydrator over to the side counter so that we would have our other counter here by the stove and the sink. We use it a lot when we're cooking and preparing stuff. So this is going to take about 24 hours. I will be periodically, you know, the lid is see-through so I can see those. That is the top layer, the actual mechanism that dehydrates is on the bottom. So looking at this top layer, I should be able to gauge like when some of them are getting done. You can go through like the smaller ones. I should be able to pull those off a little bit sooner than those that are meatier and bigger. So I will periodically, somewhere around the 20-hour mark, starting this on a Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. so I can start checking them on, say, probably when I get up that morning, you know, just look at them. And that's probably when I will be able to start pulling some of the smaller ones off. But like I said, I will, you know, glance at them periodically. If they need to come off sooner, I'll pull them off sooner. In the meantime, I am going to try to purchase maybe something that I can put in the jar with them, because I plan on using my ball canning jars with new lids that, you know, it can seal. But you notice like sometimes you get those little packets that come inside of, say, like beef jerky or whatever. Actually, I may have one I can show you real quick. Hold one moment. So this is a beef jerky that we normally get at one of the local grocery stores, and they have these little packets in them. So I'm going to see if I can get some of these little packets to put in my containers, because I think that that will help keep it fresh. So we'll see what happens. I'll come back to you in a little while to see how the tomatoes are doing and give you an update. This is after 2 hours and basically 2 hours and 10 minutes. This is at 3 hours. Not sure if it is my dehydrator, but this seems to be going pretty fast to me. I am still seeing some moisture, but it still looks like it's going fast. We'll keep you updated. 4 hours and 15 minutes. It has been 7 hours, and I definitely do not believe that it's going to take 24 hours. Oh, you see that spot right there? I ate one. Woohoo! And it was good. But anyway, I definitely do not think that it's going to take 24 hours for this. That one I ate earlier was not completely crunchy dried out, but it was, oh my goodness, it was good. So, not really sure how much longer I'm gonna let this thing go. I think I want to try another one though. That one that I had earlier had a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, a little bit of oil, and a little bit of garlic on it. So this one here, oh, there we go. So that's got a lot of pepper. I think that one's going to have Okay, so I'm going to show you something. My son had bought these, I don't know, I'd say a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. And I tried one of them earlier. And I just need to tell you that mine is so much better than this. Oh my goodness. I can see now that I'm going to use these in some recipes with some pasta. And it's going to have so much flavor. Oh my goodness. I just wish that you could taste this through this video. So you know what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to make some of your own by doing everything that I have done in this video. They are delicious. To be continued. Okay, so it has been 10 hours. And I would say that these things can come out of here and go into a freezer bag and go into the freezer. So that's how I'm going to do them. I researched ways that you could preserve dehydrated cherry tomatoes, and two of the ways that I thought would be, easy for me is to preserve them in olive oil in a canning jar, which if you do it that way, you cannot have seasoning on them, and I season mine. So the other way is to freeze them in a freezer bag. So that was the way I chose, since I had put the seasoning on them. So the seasoning that I put on them is cracked peppercorn, sea salt, and garlic. And then I've made another batch since then and have added basil and Italian seasoning. I'm going to taste another one now. Very crunchy and full of flavor. So let's get these put in my baggie. This is the first time that I have ever dehydrated cherry tomatoes, and it won't be my last. I thank you for joining me during this adventure. I have really enjoyed it, and they taste delicious. So I wish you guys could taste them through this camera, but I know that's not possible. So you know what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to make some on your own. And as always, may your garden be blessed and your harvest be bountiful. Thank you for watching Sun Cherry Farm. And if you have not subscribed, please do so. And smash that like button.